Okay. So I am Uroosa Ejaz. I belong to the Department of Biosciences, Shaheed Zulfikar Bhutto Institute of Science and Technology, Karachi, Pakistan. The topic of my today's talk is utilization of halophytic plants for the formation of biodegradable plastic. So, as this conference is about material science and engineering. So, in this particular presentation, I am going to discuss about how we can modify the material, how we can use the plant material for the manufacturing of biodegradable plastic. So, these are the contents of my presentation. Yeah, so start with the introduction. So plastic is a material which was invented by Lew Hendrick in 1907. It was used in automotive and electrical industries because that plastic was durable, lightweight, and easily moldable. So if we talk about today's life, now the plastic becomes the most important part of our daily life. So there are some pros and cons of the plastic. The most biggest problem with the plastic is it's disposable. How we can dispose of the plastic waste, because there are many materials we use in our daily life which are made up of plastic, such as shoe bags, pens, plastic bags. So we need to find out a way by which we can get rid of plastic waste. So the use of the plastic is basically not a problem. It is our need, but the main issue is its disposal, because the biodegradation rate of plastic is not good. It takes hundreds of years to degrade, and furthermore, there are some polythene bags which are not suitable for storing the food material, and also the burning of the plastic waste can also lead to human health problems. Furthermore, if we throw away the plastic waste into the roads and other areas, ultimately it will clog our drainage system, and due to which the drain water will come onto the roads and it will affect the human health. Okay, so in this graph, you can see that only about 9% of the plastic waste is recycled, whereas more than 22% gets mismanaged. It means the plastic pollution is the most important issue of today's world. We have to get rid of it. So we have to think about its solution. If we talk about the decomposition rate, so as I mentioned previously, plastic takes hundreds of years to degrade. Here you can see that a single glass bottle can be degraded for about 100 of years. And ultimately, the plastic bags can take around 10 to 20 years to degrade. So we have to find out a solution to stop plastic pollution. So one of the way is to get rid of plastic waste is that we will not use plastic. It means if we don't use the plastic, it will result in zero waste. But obviously, it is not possible. Plastic is our need. So we have to think anything else other than no plastic. So other option is bioplastic, the plastic which is made up of plant-based components. So in today's world, there are many commercial biodegradable plastics available which are made from the plant biomass. This plant biomass is called renewable source, and no fossil fuel is used in it. So it is environmental friendly, its biodegradation rate is very high. But again, the problem occurs. The problem is that the bio-based plastic which we are using nowadays is made up of food waste, and food waste already have its multiple usage. Here you can see that food waste can be used for animal feeding, landfilling, composting, thermal treatment, for the production of bioactive compounds, enzymes, exopolysaccharides, and biofuels. So there are already many usage of food waste. So we have to think about any other thing which can be used for the manufacturing of bioplastic. So considering this point, my team worked on the halophytic plants. Halophytic plants are basically the plants which are found in the saline environment, and we use the bioplastic we used halophytic plants for the production of bioplastic products, and which will be ultimately eco-friendly. So if we talk about methodology, the first step was to collect the halophytic plants. In this study, we collected 3 types of halophytic plants: Pragmite carca, Crisa critica, and Sudia fructicosa. After the collection, we ground the plant biomass by using ball miller in order to obtain a uniform particle size. And then after the grinding, we extracted different components of plant biomass. The plant cell wall mainly consists of lignin, hemicellulose, pectin, and cellulosic components. So by using the hot water, we extracted water-soluble components. By using sodium hydroxide, we extracted hemicellulose component, and by using bleach, we extracted cellulosic content, which is our target. So after the extraction of cellulose, we methylated the extracted cellulose by using dimethyl sulfate. We perform this step because the extracted cellulose is usually not soluble in water. So in order to make it soluble, we have to replace its hydroxyl group by the methyl group. So for the replacement, we used dimethyl sulfate. After the methylation of cellulose, that methylated cellulose was become soluble in water, and then we used it along with polyvinyl alcohol, glutaraldehyde, glycerol, and starch to make a biodegradable plastic film. Again, polyvinyl alcohol, glutaraldehyde, glycerol, and starch. These all components are biodegradable. So it means the plastic which will be formed by using these components will be biodegradable. All right, so here you can see the pictorial images of the halophytic plants, Pragmite carca, Sudia fructicosa, and Crisa critica. This is the whole plant picture, and below you can see the chopped picture of plant biomass. After the chopping of plant material into smaller parts, we further ground it by using ball miller. All right, so these are the images of extracted cellulose. The cellulose which was extracted from 3 different plants. Okay, so this is basically the bioplastic film which we obtained after using the methyl cellulose extracted from plant biomass. And as you can see, the film was transparent and the elasticity was good, biodegradability rate was good, and further analysis on this bioplastic is going to be take place. So from this study, we can conclude that instead of using food waste or fruits and vegetable waste, we can use another source, which is halophytic plants, to form biodegradable plastic. So the future prospect could be usage of plant biomass, especially the halophytic plant, for the formation of biodegradable plastic. And when that biodegradable plastic degrades, it will release different nutrients, different components into the soil, and it will help ultimately in the cultivation of crop. So we can say that we can use that biodegradable components to make a fertilizer. It can help as a fertilizer for the plant growth. All right, so this is my lab team which worked on this project. He is my supervisor, Dr. Mohammad Suhail. All credit of the project goes to him. And this is me, Uroosa Ejaz, and these 3 are my students, Mr. Shaheed, Ms. Kiran, and Ms. Aisha. I want to acknowledge Shaheed Zulfikar Bhutto Institute of Science and Technology, Karachi campus, Pakistan, for providing us the funds to carry out this research. And I especially want to thank Mr. Dr. Zainul Abidin and Dr. Syed Tariq Ali, who are affiliated with University of Karachi, to provide us the sample of plants and to mentoring us in this project. So these are the links which I used to create this PowerPoint presentation. So the take-home message of my talk is that we have to think about what we are using, because the more waste we create, it will result in the deadliest situation, because the garbage we create, the more difficult it would be to get rid of it. So we have to think about alternative resources other than use of conventional plastic, because conventional plastic is not biodegradable, and if we use food waste for the biodegradable plastic formation, it will result in the lesser usage of food components. So we have to think about another alternative sources like halophytic plant, because currently the halophytic plants have no as such use. Now researchers are thinking to use the halophytic plant source to make biofuel, and many researchers reported their medicinal properties, but we can also use its extracted cellulose to form biodegradable plastic. So I want to thank you, the management of the conference, for providing me this opportunity. And if you have any question, you may ask.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation, ma'am. It is open for discussion. If you have any questions, you can raise it now. If you're having any questions? Ma'am, please align your questions.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you have produced a plastic sheet, isn't it? A transparent plastic sheet from this hypophytic plants.
The plastic sheet for which we formed was made from the extracted cellulose. We extracted the cellulose from the halophytic plant, and then we used it for the formation of bioplastic.
You had any added any additives for that?
Sorry?
Additives. Any other substances you have added?
Yes, we added polyvinyl alcohol, starch, and glycerol to make its structure smooth and for the cross-linking purpose, to make the cross-link between the polyvinyl alcohol and methyl cellulose.
Okay, ma'am. Whether you have studied the tensile strength of that compound?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
We have strength and tensile strength.
Sorry?
We have strength and tensile strength. Tensile strength. The stretchability, UTM.
Yes, yes. We have to check the stability. We have to check its texture, because if our aim is to use it on the commercial level, we have to test it for different properties. What if its texture? What if it's how we can biodegrade it? What is biodegradability rate? Its water solubility, its water retention capacity. So we have to check all these parameters in order to make our biodegradable plastic commercial.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much for.
All right. Thank you.